Are you lacking energy and you want more energy in your life? Well, if you're that person, watch this video because I'm going to share some insight that I gained when I recently interviewed one of the world's leading performance psychologists on how you can get more energy in your life. So recently I was very fortunate to interview one of the world's leading performance psychologists, a man by the name of Dr. Greg Wells. Dr. Greg Wells is a legacy of work and a body of work that's really powerful when we look at performance psychology. As an institute he works with, he's brought out many books over the years, and he just keeps to contribute to this important topic. And recently he's brought out a book called Powerhouse, and Powerhouse is around this concept of what are the actual scientific proven ways that we can actually release the energy from the mitochondria in our cells? And if we can use these kind of strategies, we can actually just trigger the energy release to be more energy in our life. Now, I'm not going to go too much into detail of the book today, but if you want to listen to my interview with Greg, I'm going to release it on my podcast in the next week or so. So check out my podcast to hear that interview. Or you can check out his book, which is called Powerhouse. But one of the things he talks about in the book, he talks about these kind of 4 areas we're looking at. We've got breathing, we've got movement, and one of the areas is what he calls thriving. And when he talked about thriving, I was kind of curious, like, what does thriving mean for cellular energy release? And while there's many strategies you can do, he said there's a strategy which he calls people, places, and empowering activities. People, places, and empowering activities. And he says, if we can consciously choose those 3 things, we actually get an amazing energy release in our lives. And let's just stop and think about this right now. Like, think about you in your life. Who are the people that when you spend time with them, there's an energy release from that person or from that interaction? Like, I think of people in my life who, when I spend time with them, I walk away and I've got there's almost like a skip in my step, you know, or I walk away feeling possibility. Some people have this ability to help us release an energy within ourselves. And then we think about the places in your life. Like, I'm very fortunate. I live in a city with lots of beautiful nature, and just up the road from my house there's a track called the Harry Owl Track. And my wife and I, we moved into our current house about 5 years ago, and our old house is literally, as a bird flies, 100 meters away from where we are right now. And when we were looking to buy a house, another house came on the market which we absolutely loved. Like, it ticked every box that we wanted. And I was keen. I was like, let's get it, babe. Let's go for it. And Joe goes, there's a problem. I go, what's the problem? And she goes, it's not close to Harry Owl. And I said, what do you mean it's not close to Harry Owl? And she says, well, I'd have to drive to get to Harry Owl from that house, and I don't want to move. And at this time, we hadn't found the next house. So we gave up on what was potentially one of our dream homes because it wasn't close enough to Joe's happy location. When Joe and myself go on the Harry Owl Track, there's a sense of, this is a place that gives me energy in life. It's a beautiful track with beautiful views, and you see birds and so on. There's an energy that comes to this place. So much so, we didn't buy a house that we absolutely loved. And now, luckily, we end up in a house that is close to that track, and we get that access often in our life. And when you think about you, where are the places in your life that give you energy, that make you get that feedback, that kind of reward of energy when you spend time in that place? And then the third area is empowering activities. And so things like that might be hobbies, it might be, you know, journeys or challenges that you do. It might just be having a shared experience with someone in a really powerful way. It might just be connecting with somebody in a really powerful way. When we think about energy releasing in your life, and we can start to understand that the people, the places, and empowering activities are a really great way to scientifically release energy out of your body, there's 2 things I want you to think about here. First of all is, do you know what your areas are? Do you know the people? Do you know the places? And do you know your empowering activities? And if you don't, part of your job in life is to learn who those people are, where those places are, and what are those activities that make you feel empowered. And if you do know what they are, how often are you actually using those things? So when you think about the people, how often are you actually using those people in your life? How often are you on your Harry Owl Track in your life? Or how often are you doing your empowering activities? And there's kind of another layer that I like to add to this. And the next layer that I like to add to this is, particularly on the people side, how do you be the person who releases energy in other people's lives? Like, how are you that person? It's something I think about as a fitness leader is how do I really set energy out of the people in my life? And not just when I'm kind of telling you to do the exercise, in any interaction you're having with me. Because if we can all start to think about these things, and actually, how do we enhance the areas like, for example, the nature? Like Harriel, I love running on Harriel with music. That enhances a Harriel experience because I'm on a place I love, doing something I love with music that I love. So when you think about your life, how are you going with your people, your places, and your empowering experiences? Now, we all know that if we spend time in these areas, we're going to be in a better place. But actually, it's scientifically proven that you're going to have more energy in your life if you are including these things in your life in the most powerful ways. So have a think about this. Think about how you can do more of this to get more energy in your life. If you enjoy my videos and you're not exercising, or you know somebody in your life who really struggles with exercise, I've got to recommend my new book, I Will Make You Passionate About Exercise. The purpose of this book is to take those who struggle with exercise from where they are to cementing the foundation that creates a lifetime love of exercise. It has all the steps, it has a plan, it has a journey that you go through that safely and wisely guides you to bringing exercise in your life in the most successful way possible. To get the book, go to www.passionaboutexercise.com. It will be the best thing you can do for your health and fitness. Get the book right now and you'll be seeing massive change in your health and fitness in a very short period of time.